To achieve a great goal, one must begin with a small achievement. My name is Jacques Cilliers. I'm the winemaker at Zandvliet Wine Estate, situated very close to Ashton, a little town between Montague and Robertson. The most unique thing about Zandvliet and its soils and its terroir is the huge amount of chalk lime that you find freely in the area. And I think that brings us to the unique characters that you will find in our wines from that area. And the reason for the chalk being there is ancient termite nests. So the significance of all the chalk in the soil and why it's important for us as winemakers, and the belief behind it is that it makes a wine nice and fruit and soft. So yeah, newly released last year was the 2019 Zandvliet Shiraz. So we did break away from the traditional packaging of Zandvliet. You'll see it later with the Shiraz. You know, there's a little bit behind the rose than just the flower. It's about a lady that lived on Zandvliet, and it was important for her on how to present the estate and how to make her guests feel welcome. It is always important for her every day have freshly cut flowers, of which the roses came out of her rose garden or any other flowers that was available. So that's a tribute to that lady. So this is the Zandvliet Shiraz. We treat the block where the grapes come from specifically to make a nicely light color rosé. It bears a little bit more grapes. You know, there's bigger bunches, bigger berries. Remember, if you want to make a highly concentrated red wine, you look for smaller bunches and smaller berries. Maybe irrigated also a bit less. But with this one, you know, we allow the vine to grow. We're looking for those fruits to come through and for fruit flavors to be created. You know, you need enough leaves. Yeah, then we harvest it, we bring it into the cellar to get this nice light color. You know, it's all about skin contact between the juice and the skin in the cellar. And there, you know, we focus again on minimal contact. So we harvest, bring it in, pump it into a separator where it spends maybe 5 minutes on the skins. We allow the juice to run freely through, and we only take about 500 liters per ton. It's bone dry. It's got less than 2 grams of sugar, so it's a dry rosé. Nice strawberry, more your berry characters that coming through. No tropical flavors or very little, but a minerality that holds the palate together with your nice red berries on the nose. Zandvliet Shiraz 2017. So yeah, that's where it all started with the 1975 vintage, as I said earlier, made from Shiraz grown on weathered shale. Weathered shale is a nice red soil. Yeah, it produces 10 tons a hectare, and when we bottle or we make the Zandvliet Shiraz, we make sure that we don't sort of raise the alcohol too high. So this is sitting at 13.5. We bottle it also in all different sizes, from a 375 ml up to 18 liter. There are a lot of families, they buy a 3 or a 5 liter or a 9 liter even, and people look at the 9 liter and they think, oh, that's a lot of wine. But 9 liters, you need 18 good friends, you know, 500 ml each. Yes, you can have red wine in summer. If it's a very hot day, don't drink it 20 degrees, chill it down to about 14. Your refrigerator's temperature is fine, maybe for a half an hour or so. If you have those big bottles, open them up. Don't throw away the bottle, because you can send it back to us and we refill it for you as an extra benefit. On the nose, you get nice plums and a bit of spice, maybe a bit of white pepper in the background. And on the taste, Yeah, definitely. It's got a nice smooth entry which rolls to the back of your palate, and it will go very nicely with well, your lamb chops. In winter we made a lot of beef bourguignon. Maybe not something that you're going to make now in summer. Buy yourself a nice bottle of wine, some good meat, and lots and lots of people. That's what wine does for me. It brings people together, create the moment. Okay, this is the Kalkveld 2017, also Shiraz. This wine is for the serious, I would say, Shiraz drinker. Definitely when Shiraz ages, it can give you those plums and a bit of licorice coming through. Then we know, yeah, it's a good vintage. Shiraz, traditionally it comes from the southern Rhone area. What we have done on Zandvliet, we've planted other Rhone varietals like Mourvedre, Grenache, Carignan. Eventually to maybe make a Rhone blend. It's still very early days and I'm experimenting in the cellar at the moment. Wine is actually a very precise science, but there's so many components that can be measured that I don't know if you're ever going to understand them all or get them all lined up correctly. And that's where the art of blending comes in. And even like this one, I don't harvest everything at once, the whole block. I maybe harvest this week and then the next week, different ripening levels. Of course, it gives me different components, and then it's the art of blending. And we oak this wine for 20 months. And even oak, I mean, those oak trees, they need to be 65 years old before you cut them down and make a barrel from them. 2020 will always be known for this upside down year. It's a year where you had time to sit down and maybe think a little bit more. And for me, that's definitely what I did. Relationships, I would say it's all about relationships and the people around you. If I think of wine and what wine brings to the table, I think you should form a relationship with Zandvliet Shiraz. For this summer coming up, blessings, and yeah, enjoy Zandvliet Shiraz. Cheers.